It's nice to see some new faces, Mackenzie. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen for background building. All right. What kind of animal do you see? Okay.
A lion.
A lion. And yesterday we learned that the lion was the king of the savannah. He was a top predator. No one wanted to hunt him. No one wanted to eat the lion. That meant that he was a top predator. So we're going to learn more about some of the animals on the savannah and what they eat and how they survive. Remember, as we're going through, I want you to think about what is super cool to you or what is the most interesting thing. And that will end up being your message about what you learned. So we have gone to many different ecosystems. Now we're in the savannah. And we know that in every ecosystem and everything that is alive needs food and water to survive. So there are a lot of animals that need to avoid being eaten by predators like the lion. So what do some animals do to help them maybe hide or keep them safe from these animals, from the predators? What can some animals do to keep them safe? Jaden?
Camouflage.
They can camouflage. Yes. Do you remember what the word camouflage means?
No. They blend in.
You blend in?
Yeah, when you blend in, you can change color. And so no one can see you when you blend into what's around you. So some animals hide. So in here, you can see this lion hiding behind. It's waiting to just pounce on someone. Then we have our crocodile, which can camouflage. So only his eyes come out of the water to see. And then you can't really see him. So some animals have fur or skin that will camouflage them into their environment. Like the poison frog that Jaden loved when we learned about that in the Amazon rainforest. What's this right here? Okay.
Paw.
His paw, yes. And we know that the paws are very helpful. They help them run, they help keep their feet safe, they also help them climb. So some predators like to hide in trees so they can jump down and surprise their prey. We have the cheetahs and the other savanna predators like lions. They have paws with thick pads and sharp claws. The pads help them move super quietly, like a ninja, like the ninjas who studied how to be like animals. And we know that their claws are good for climbing trees, just like the ninjas, how they studied animals and they would put on claws so they can climb up the castle and get in the castle. So we know that after the predator pounces or jumps at the other animal, the prey is going to run away because they are scared. So now it begins the hunt. Dun, dun, dun. So we have the female lion. Remember I told you the girls are the one who do the hunting. And the reason why they do the hunting is because they are smaller. They're skinnier or sleeker. So sleeker is another word for skinnier than the males. So that means that they can run faster. So this is why the females do the hunting. And she's out for the poor little zebra. All right, so now we know once they catch their prey, they are ready to eat. So we can see their their teeth, excuse me. Their teeth are super sharp. And we know, why do they need to have really sharp teeth? Why do they need to have really sharp teeth? Mackenzie?
So they can eat.
So they can eat, yeah. So they need their teeth because, biting through another animal is not easy. So you need to have super sharp teeth to get all the way in there and eat it. But not all predators rely on their teeth. So let's take a look at our vulture. The vulture doesn't use his teeth. What does the vulture use? Jaden?
Beak.
His beak is super sharp. He can use that to catch prey. And we have his talons, his claws. Remember, they like to wait and then get down and grab their food and take it with them. So they don't just stay there and bite it up. They go and grab it. That's why they have a claw. The talons are like claws. So then we have our herbivores, our plant eaters, like the gazelle or the zebra. They need to stay safe. So how are they going to stay safe by the predators? How would the herbivores stay safe? Okay.
They make camouflage. Only the ones that camouflage.
Yep. Only the ones.
Nobody will see anybody.
Definitely. So they're camouflaging, they're hiding. Maybe they're running fast or climbing up a tree to hide. As a prey, you might have to rely on just your ability to hide and camouflage, like this gazelle. Gazelles are kind of cute, right? But if the lion sees you, you have to escape. You got to run super fast. So see the zebra and giraffes and gazelles, they all have hooves, which means that they can kick other animals, okay? And they can kick super hard. So that's another trick that they can use to stay safe. Gazelles, look at how cute the gazelle is. So if we were gazelles, we would be lucky to stay safe because gazelles can run super fast, okay? Not as fast as a cheetah. Remember, the cheetahs are the fastest, but gazelles can run pretty fast, up to 60 miles per hour. That is pretty fast. I don't even drive that fast because I follow all the laws. Now, here's some cool animals that we have seen. We have the rhino, the hippo. Oh, the hippo is so cute. And the elephant. So take a look at these three animals. What do you think helps them to stay safe. Why wouldn't predators want to eat them? Giovanni?
Their skin.
Their skin, maybe. Maybe they don't want their skin. What else are you thinking, Alana?
Big.
They're huge. They are really big. I know I would not go near an animal that was that big. And we got to see a hippo when we went to the aquarium. So that was pretty cool, but it was a sleepy hippo. And we also saw that they move really, really slow. And it was sleeping. Remember Amelia? I think I have a picture of Amelia in front of the hippo. So Alana was right. Their size. They're too big. The predators, or lions or cheetahs, they don't want to bother hunting these animals because they're too big. They can't take them by themselves. They might need to come back with their friends and their family and then come and try to eat the rhino or the hippo or the elephant, but they can't do it all alone. So they kind of just leave them alone. Escaping from scary predators is just one part of the life for the little prey. Not only do they need to avoid all these scary predators, but they also need to eat. So they need to come out of hiding eventually to eat. So herbivores in the savanna have adapted some unique ways to find and eat food. And we spoke about our giraffe yesterday. Giraffes have really long necks, which means that they can eat the leaves all the way on top of the trees. And their tongues are really long. Look at that tongue. They can also move their tongue in between thorns because sometimes trees have thorns that want to keep animals away from eating them. So their tongue can go in and out and around all of these thorns to get some leaves. And a giraffe has a big, long, blue tongue. Yeah, giraffes have blue tongues. That is cool. But if we were elephants, we could use the muscles in our trunk to reach for food and water. So the elephants can stretch their trunks to get leaves and food and water. Another really cool thing that elephants can do is look right here in this picture. What is he doing? What is the elephant doing, Giancarlos?
He's drinking water.
He's drinking water. Isn't that super cool? He's drinking water through his trunk. Now, we think that's so cool, but really why they do it is because if they just put their trunk down in the water, their eyes are always watching. So they can see if there's a big, scary predator coming. They never have to put their eyes down or look away. They can just use their trunk and keep their eyes open to stay safe. Just like animals, plants also have to have food and water and avoid being eaten. Now that's kind of weird because plants don't have feet or teeth and they don't move around like animals, but they do have to stay safe and they have to eat. They have leaves, roots, and trunks. And they have a lot of cool ways that they adapt to the savanna to survive. So we got to see this really cool famous tree yesterday. It is called the baobab tree. Now, what do you notice about this tree right away? Emilia?
It looks like it's upside down because the branches look like roots.
Yes, it looks like it's upside down because the branches look like roots. And that's actually another name for this tree. It's called the upside down tree. The trunk of the tree is like super big. Like that is really, really big. And they do this because remember, for long periods of time, it doesn't rain. In the winter, it doesn't rain. So this tree has this huge trunk to store water, to keep it safe and alive. So a lot of plants get the energy they need from the soil underneath, the sunlight, and water. But guess what? Some plants are carnivores. Some plants eat meat. What? So this is the Venus flytrap. Dun, dun, dun. If you ever see one of these, don't put your finger in it because they love meat. So they have like little tiny hairs all around them. And we know that plants don't have eyes or legs, but they have these little hairs. And as soon as they feel a bug land on it, they snap closed and they eat the bug. Isn't that cool? It's like a mouth. It's like a mouth. So those little hairs are like teeth. Now take a good look at this plant so you never touch it if you ever see it. There are a lot of herbivores in the savanna, plant eaters. Plants need to protect themselves from being eaten, we know that. So some plants have cool shapes that make them really hard to eat. Let's look at these pictures. Why wouldn't an animal want to eat these plants? Why not? I know I wouldn't eat that plant right there. What are you thinking? Emilia?
The plants are thorny, so nobody would try and eat them.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch anything that was thorny, would you?
No.
No. So let's look on this one first. So these are like long, thin leaves. They're prickly. You can't really tell, but they're prickly. And no one wants to chew on something that's prickly. So the animals kind of just leave that one alone. And then we have the thorny one. This is on the acacia tree. And like we said before, no one is gonna eat something that is thorny unless you're a giraffe with a really long tongue. So the acacia tree has thorns, but it also has a way to defend itself against the hungry giraffes. So we know the giraffes can use their tongue to wiggle around the thorns, but you're not even going to believe this. The tree can change the way that it tastes. What? All right, so it has this bitter chemical. Now, bitter is something like coffee. Like, have you ever drank coffee? John Carlos? I know you drink some coffee. You like coffee, John Carlos? I know, it's in our roots to love it. But coffee is bitter and animals do not like bitter. So the acacia tree can release this bitterness into the leaves. And then when the giraffe tastes the leaves that taste like coffee, he doesn't want it anymore. So he just leaves and he'll go find somewhere else to eat. Are you raising your hand, John Carlos? No? Oh, you're just playing. All right, so think about if we were a plant or an animal and we needed to survive, what would you want? What would you want to be capable of? Okay, think about it. I would want to be the giraffe with the wiggly tongue so I can go around the thorns. I think that's cool. What would you want to have to survive? You can be really big like that elephant, so no one bothers you. You can have the long trunk so you can drink water. You can be the fast cheetah. You can camouflage. You can be the fly trap. What would you do, Emilia?
I would have camouflage.
Yeah, camouflaging, that's super cool. Alana?
I want to be a zebra.
A giraffe?
Zebra.
A zebra, yeah, they have really strong feet and they can kick anybody out of the way. That helps them survive. Giovanni?
Hippos, there are
What do you want to be?
a hippo.
A hippo, they're so big, no one bothers them.
And they're fat.
And they sleep a lot. That sounds like a good life to me.
And they're fat.
Oh, yeah, they are.
They've got the big belly.
Yeah, they have really big bellies. They have big everything. All right, let's go on to our syllables. Lion, lion. Paw, paw. Remember, if you're doing paw, oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Paw. Talons, talons. Venus, flytrap. Venus, flytrap. Teeth, teeth. Zebra, zebra. Thorns, thorns. Rhinoceros, rhinoceros. That was a big one. That was 4. Giraffe, giraffe. All right, let's stop and think for a couple seconds about what was really cool and what we're going to write about today. Jaden?
I learned about the hippo.
Okay, what about the hippo? What did you learn about the hippo?
Anything?
Don't ask me.
How does the hippo survive? Because he's so
Big.
yeah, that's something you learned about the hippo. All right, you are ready to go.
Bye.
Bye, love.
Bye.
Alana?
Okay, so the
Go ahead.
giraffe
Mm-hmm.
is his long neck to eat leaf.
Beautiful. I love it.
Leaf.
I love it, Alana. You are working so hard and I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're ready to go start writing.
Bye.
Bye, hun. Kaylani.
Some animals camouflage to hide from the predators.
Perfect. That's like main idea right there, girl. You're ready.
Bye.
Bye, hun. That little outfit, Kay, so cute. All right. Emilia.
I learned that some animals can survive by camouflage or defending themselves.
Perfect. That's main idea right there. You are ready to go and start writing. Emilia, your writing is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Bye. All right.
What?
Sure, let's try.
I learned
You're muted, Miss Marrero.
about the
Thank you.
animal hip big.
You sorry about that. You
Animal hip.
start again.
Okay.
Say maybe.
I learned about the big animal like hippo fat.
Okay. Okay, so the big animals. The predators stay away from the big animals because they're too fat. Yep, you're ready. But say hi to Giancarlo.
Bye, Carlos.
Say bye.
He can hear you.
He's upset.
Those two love each other. It's so cute. All right, Giancarlos, you ready? Go ahead.
The hippo eats me and doesn't eat me.
He's fun. Isn't he?
Yes, he's right. All right, don't be sad, buddy.
Oh, he's upset, Miss Marrero. He doesn't pay attention when you're teaching.